federal debt is about to be bigger than the country's economy. Wow.
Even the Politico came out and said this is terrible politics and policy.
And the shutdown of America's oil and gas independence, well, it foretells the beginning of the radical green agenda, which will usher capitalism out and socialism in.
I am a little bit worried for the economic future of the country. I feel there's a lot of people going Bueller,
Yeah,
Bueller.
Welcome to the Biden administration, home to the new slogan, America Last, where a closed inauguration meets open borders, where America First ideas are censored, but those who suppress them are rewarded, where 10 million Americans are out of work and 11 million are offered a pathway to citizenship, where a pandemic rages and untested migrants welcomed.
I'm not particularly optimistic that the Biden administration has a complete and full handle on what's going on right now, Peter.
Jesse, one of the things they did is the White House is now saying, please don't rush the border, but they also ended the Remain in Mexico policy. So it's almost like saying, we're not going to check IDs at Disneyland and admission is free, but please don't come.
Even the Politico came out and said this is terrible politics and policy.
House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy tweeted today, Democrats have a plan to open America's borders, but not America's schools. Tells you everything you need to know.
Last night we had a close look at one of those executive orders. You know, he signed a battery of them there, but when you look at the detail, it's pretty scary. The one we looked at last night regarding US schools now mandates that if you pick up federal funding, you must allow boys identifying as girls onto girls' sporting teams. What's your take on his first week in the Oval Office?
Well, Peter, the best we can say for it is there have been no mean tweets.
But this is all about their attempt, I think, to divert attention away from the real issues of their mismanagement of the economy and their inability to get a hold of distribution of the vaccine that we would not have had Donald Trump not initiated Operation Warp Speed. I'd love for them to just at least throw him a little bit of a kudo for that. It would be kind of nice and generous on their part.
We all know that President Biden is all about unity. I mean, he said it how many times a week ago?
Unity. Unity. Uniting our people. Uniting our nation. Uniting to fight the foes we face with unity. Speaking of unity, the way of unity.
Also, those $2,000 checks, the ones they promised you before the election, they're nowhere to be found. And of course, the mob, the media, they don't seem to care.
Federal debt is about to be bigger than the country's economy. Wow. Before President Biden even signs his $2 trillion stimulus package, these numbers are insane. This is spending at an unprecedented level.
And it is, though, a frightening number. We're spending money as if there were no obligation to repay it. And it is extremely likely that we will, at some point in your lifetime, see a default on the federal debt. That's quite likely.
I really do worry that what they're doing right now is going to make America a less effective nation and the world a more dangerous place.
Now, Biden talks big about securing relations with our allies.
We will repair our alliances and engage with the world once again.
But for all his talk on repairing alliances, he has hit Canada, our closest neighbor and ally, with a gut punch. They are furious, and rightfully so. Now, Canada has the third largest oil reserve on Earth, and it has put $1 billion into building a pipeline relying on U.S. safety and energy reports. They're now actually threatening legal action if the Biden administration goes through with this.
On Joe Biden's first day in office, he killed thousands of American jobs.
And the shutdown of America's oil and gas independence, well, it foretells the beginning of the radical green agenda, which will usher capitalism out and socialism in.